For 6 years, I paid my parents $750 a month to live above their garage. Then my golden child sister moved her boyfriend, her toddler, and 2 huge dogs into the main house for free, and my mom raised my rent to cover their utilities. So I moved out in secret, left my key on the counter, and taught my whole family a new sentence. That's not my address anymore. Some background. I'm an electrician, 31, steady job since I was 22. When my parents refinanced their house, my mom asked me to move into the apartment over their detached garage and help the family with $750 a month. It made sense on paper. I had my own entrance, my own bathroom, and I handled everything they couldn't. Snow, gutters, the water heater, my dad's truck. My dad's back is shot, so for 6 years, if something in that house broke, I fixed it for free. My younger sister Megan never paid for anything in her life. Every job wasn't a good fit. Every landlord screwed her over. Every crisis was somehow the world's fault, and my mother's answer was always the same. She's still figuring things out. Megan is 28. In February, Megan's latest apartment fell through. One Sunday dinner, my mom made her announcement. Megan, her boyfriend Dylan, their 2-year-old, and their 2 German shepherds were moving into the main house. I asked the only question that mattered. What are they paying? The kitchen went silent. Finally, my mom said, they're in a tough spot. They can't contribute right now. Then she folded her napkin and delivered the part I still can't believe. With 5 more heartbeats in this house, utilities are going to jump. Starting next month, we need you at $1,000. I actually looked around the table to see if anyone else heard it. My dad studied his plate. Dylan smiled at his phone. Megan said, it's not a big deal. You make good money. So there it was. They live free, and I get a $250 raise in rent to subsidize them. I didn't argue. I said, let me think about it, and paid my normal $750 for one last month. My mom took that as surrender. Instead, I spent 3 weeks quietly touring apartments after work. I signed a lease on a 1-bedroom 15 minutes away, more than $1,000, but every dollar bought my life, not Dylan's. And here's the beautiful part about living above a garage with a private staircase. Nobody sees your boxes. Every night I loaded my truck, toolbox by toolbox, room by room. The shepherds barked at everything, so nobody noticed anything. On the last Saturday, while everyone was at the toddler's birthday party at a bounce house place, I moved my bed and couch, patched my nail holes, swept the floor, and set my key on the kitchen counter with no note. A note would have started a negotiation. There was nothing to negotiate. Sunday morning, my mom called. Where are you? The Hendersons kids saw you carrying furniture. At my apartment. What apartment? The one I live in now. Rent was due at the old place yesterday, but you'll have to ask the people who actually live there. She cycled through every stage. You can't do this. We counted on that money. Family helps family. I answered everything with the same sentence. That's not my address anymore. She hung up on me. Then came 6 weeks of my phone lighting up. Dylan texted me, Dylan, who I've spoken to maybe 10 times, asking if I could float the electric bill since it had doubled. Megan sent a paragraph about how her son shouldn't suffer over adult drama. My mom left voicemails itemizing everything my parents had ever done for me. My dad never called about money once. That told me everything about who was driving it. In April, my dad asked me to breakfast. He looked 10 years older. Dylan still hadn't found work. Megan had borrowed my mom's debit card for groceries so many times the account had overdraft fees. The dogs had destroyed the carpet and a door frame. My dad had started pulling from his pension early just to keep the lights on. He stirred his coffee and said, your mother doesn't know how to uninvite family. I paid for breakfast. It's the only bill from that house I've covered since. The end came in July. My mom finally asked Megan for $300 a month, not even a third of what I'd paid. Megan screamed that her own mother was choosing money over her grandson and moved out within 2 weeks, owing them thousands, leaving wrecked floors and a broken washing machine. No repayment. Not even a goodbye to my dad. Last month, my parents listed the house. It's too much for them now, financially and physically. My mom called me the night the sign went up in the yard. She was crying. She asked if I'd consider moving back in for a year at the old rate to help the family recover. I waited a long moment because some sentences deserve silence before them. Mom, that's not my address anymore.